Hello, everyone, and welcome. Adam Reed here, back for part 6. Here we go. Well, not well. Let's just give you a little bit of background. So, this is the 50 best practices divided into 2 columns, do's and don'ts. Do's to success and don'ts to success. All right. Now, we've covered 5 parts in the series here, and there are 28 do's that we have, and so this is part 6. And the way it's divided up is into sections of 5. So we have 3 do's remaining in the do's category. And so this audio presentation will be probably a little bit shorter than you're used to. But what we'll do is we'll cover, a bit more of where you can go if you love the audio presentation here to get the program, which, by the way, we offer with an incredible bonus attached to the product, where you get these discs for free, where we go far deeper and we come at it from different cuts and different angles so that we can aid you in working through your challenges a little bit easier. And maybe you can hear something you've never heard before in a presentation that might get you on the path in a whole new way. And hopefully we inspire you with these ideas, that you can actually look and see where you can implement them in your current relationships. And when I say relationships, I mean both personally and professionally, because we have both, and they're working synonymously on a regular basis. So when I say regular basis, I mean every day, right? One impacts the other, which impacts the other. All right, so let's get started here on part 6, and we're going to touch on number 26, which is know that the bad news is actually the good news. When you're in business and you get that bad news, how that important email didn't get sent, or maybe you're about to get audited, and you're like, oh, this is so not good news. Well, it really is an opportunity for good news. And I think that's the real key here, is that it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for good news, because you're going to discover something, sometimes whether we want to or not, which is part of business, right? We're going to learn something here that maybe something's missing in our structures and strategies. Maybe we need to buy something that will enable us to have our business run a little bit better. Maybe a software is missing, or maybe there's an app that we need that keeps us on track and on the edge of being successful. And that the bad news we've got is really, really an opportunity. And it can be fantastic news. Finding out that I'm 50 pounds overweight is initially bad news. Nobody wants to hear that. But then it's good news, because now it grounds us in the specifics of where I'm at and what now can be done. And I think we really like that as business people. We love being grounded in the facts, like in the moment of this is specifically where we are. So now we know where we can specifically go for the future. Something really begins to be possible. Something really begins to open up that can drive us towards the results that we're really, really, really committed to and then we dream about. So that's it. 26. Know that the bad news is actually good news. All right, let's look at 27. Recognize that there is no failure, only the result achieved or an opportunity to learn. Failure, what I've come to learn over all my years and from my interviews with other millionaires, failure was not a personal phenomenon. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, we as a person are not failures. I as a human being am not a failure. There are things that I haven't done that's caused a failure. And that's really the beginning and end of it right there. It's always in some level of performance where failure occurs. Failure to not study for the test and fail the test. That's the failure in the not studying. See, it's an action. It was the failure to not put it in my calendar, that important meeting. That's the failure, not taking the action. The failure to not make the call on time when I knew I had to make it at that time. That's the failure, not making the call, which goes back to not structuring it, not putting it in some sort of existence in my iPhone or in my calendar or on my computer calendar or wherever it is that you capture your important meetings and your important activities that get you through your business day. So we want to recognize that there is no failure. We as human beings are not failures. There's only a result achieved or an opportunity to learn. Learn something. Oh yeah, I didn't take that action. What can I learn from that situation? Oh, that I need to be in action, right? That I need to communicate with my people to let them know, hey, we got to capture this and can you remind me, right? Or maybe only the result achieved. Maybe that's it. You've achieved the result. There's no failure. Simple, clear stuff. And this is what we need to focus on to keep us on the track and on the path to success. And you know, I'll talk to you about this a little bit later, but get yourself a coach. Get yourself in a mastermind where people are having this conversation to keep you on track and to keep me on track on a regular basis. So join me. I'd love for you to join me. Before we jump into that, let's go into the final one, number 28 of our list of 50 do's and don'ts. 28, our final do. And this is the golden rule, and we all know it, but let's just hear it one more time. Treat all people as you would want to be treated. Be kind. If you want kindness, be kind. If you want love, be loving. If you want success, be successful. Treat other people like they're successful. Treat other people like they're generous. Treat other people, and will you always get it back? No. No, you won't always get it back. But what's great about treating people the way you want to be treated and to doing it consistently is you honor who you are, because that's who you are in business. That's who you are to your customers. That's who you are to your partners. And let's go on the other side of it. That's who you are as a husband. That's who you are as a wife or as a mother or as a brother, or you get it, right? So treat all people as you would want to be treated. I treat people with dignity and grace and with compassion. I know we've all been through things that we're not proud of. We've all done things we're not proud of. We've all said things we're not proud of. So I treat people with compassion, because when those situations come up for me, when those situations come up where I'm not being that great person I want to be, maybe they'll treat me with compassion. And if they don't, it's okay. It's okay, because I've got 27 other dudes to support me in my success. All right. That's really what we want to do. We want to treat all people the way we want to be treated. I hope you've enjoyed the first half of this presentation, which is the do's to success, which are 28 of the best practices learned from millionaires and businesses around. If you love this series, get ready, because we've got more. Part 7 and 8 and 9, they're going to be the don'ts. These are things we don't do. And if you love this, hey, click the links, get the audio presentation. It's relatively inexpensive. I mean, $297 for the entire program. Plus, we give you the free ebook with the journal, and we also give you the 5 discs that are this audio presentation cut at it a different way, and we cover the best practices one more time, so you can take them with you if you're not already. Anyway, contact us. We'd love to even get your input. Tell us what you think. Tell us what a difference this is making. We'd love to hear from you. Again, click the links, get the presentation, and we look forward to hearing from you. This is Adam Reed, creator of Star Achiever, Top Your Power Now, saying we'll see you shortly on the don't side. Bye-bye.